I am delighted. Why? Because I believe, is that the first time that the demo day is taking place outside of Germany. Is true? Yes, good. Thank you. It's a good choice. No,
that's right.
That's right. It's really a good choice because France is a good business for Horeca approach, and especially for Horeca digital business. It's a good country for that. Alors, sorry, I will now continue in few words in French for the message to my team and from some customers that we invite. And we have some journalists too in this room. OK. Bien, bonjour à tous. Moi, je suis très heureux de vous accueillir ici. Je suis un peu plus à l'aise en français qu'en anglais, c'est sûr. Voilà, on accueille aujourd'hui 10 startups qui font partie d'une sélection de plusieurs centaines de startups dans la food tech. Il faut savoir que c'est la troisième édition qui fonctionne de mieux en mieux. Je discutais tout à l'heure avec Jens, où en fait ces startups, après un mentoring, rencontrent en fait de nombreuses personnalités qui les aident à élaborer et à améliorer leurs projets pour être plus performants lorsqu'elles seront sur le marché. Je crois que METRO est de ce côté-là une aide assez fantastique. Et moi, je voulais faire une remarque un peu plus globale en disant que finalement, METRO était devenu très spécialiste dans la vente de produits alimentaires, de qualité, à destination de la restauration. On est devenu finalement quelque part des solution providers parce qu'on a finalement proposé beaucoup plus de services. Et maintenant, depuis quelques années, on a vraiment un nouvel enjeu avec l'arrivée du numérique et du food tech en général, qui finalement sera un élément de différenciation très fort, très puissant pour les clients restaurateurs. Alors bien sûr, principalement pour les restaurateurs indépendants, et nous servons les restaurateurs indépendants, mais pour l'ensemble du food service en France, en Europe et dans le monde, bien évidemment. Et nous, on a un rôle particulier à jouer dans ce domaine pour aider nos clients à devenir beaucoup plus numériques, à devenir finalement beaucoup plus visibles sur la toile. Et c'est ce que nous faisons avec la distribution des sites Hydra, qui est un vrai succès, parce qu'aujourd'hui, on est à 3500 sites distribués auprès de nos clients. Je pense qu'on va largement dépasser les 10 000 en France cette année. Merci à tous pour ce que vous faites au quotidien sur ce sujet-là. Et c'est sûr qu'autour de ce site pourront s'intercaler de nombreuses solutions numériques qui seront soit développées par METRO directement ou développées par des startups que nous accueillons, comme des startups que nous accueillons aujourd'hui. Donc on sent bien que là, on tient quelque chose d'extrêmement puissant qui va pouvoir nous permettre de nous différencier dans les années à venir vis-à-vis de notre concurrence. Parce que je pense qu'il n'y ait pas d'entreprise de distribution de produits alimentaires ou non alimentaires à destination du food service qui soit aussi avancée dedans. Alors, on avance pas à pas, mais chez nous, et notamment en METRO France, mais METRO Group est en train de très sérieusement accélérer dans ce domaine-là. Voilà, et on le fait sous l'impulsion d'Olaf, qui porte ce sujet depuis maintenant quelques années, et on commence vraiment à le voir concrètement se mettre en place. Eh bien, maintenant, je vais passer la parole à Olaf. I give the floor to Olaf, sous les applaudissements. Merci beaucoup.
Merci Benoît. Bonjour à tous. Bienvenue à Demo Day. That's all about English French I can say today. So I'm sorry for that. Well, thank you for your kind opening remarks and putting the context. It's great to speak to you today. First of all, to talk to the METRO France team, which is one of the most powerful teams we have in the group, certainly in hospitality. So the reason why we can talk about digital has a lot to do with METRO France, and I will try to explain why that is. Today is also a very important day because it is kind of the pre-birthday for the companies. In 1 week from now, they're going to have the important demo day where they're going to talk to investors. And you can expect great presentations. I had the privilege to see the content growing, and I'm very excited to see how you pitch that. I'm really excited to see that. And finally, we have some external observers, customers and media, as you said. So it's probably good to explain why we are doing this. What is the reason for us doing such thing like an accelerator? Well, it starts, first of all, with a recognition that we are blessed. We as Metro are privileged because we are serving one of the most powerful and beautiful communities in the world, which is the community of small and medium-sized enterprises, small and medium-sized business. Why are we so privileged? Well, because we enjoy the diversity of taste, of culture, of service, and that's what we strive for. I mean, we want to live in a world where this diversity, this quality, this entertainment actually grows more and more and more. And these customers are everyday heroes. They work 7 days a week, long hours, and they try always to get better results. Still, we also know some of them actually are struggling when it comes to financials. And the question is, what can we do to make our customers better? And that's our purpose. The purpose of our customers is success. The purpose of our company is to make them more successful. And we do that in 3 divisions in our wholesale business. First of all, the iconic brands METRO and Makro, you see on the left. You see that we have added food service distribution in the recent years. We started with Classic Fine Food acquisition and Rangier Express thereafter. And Pro, which is developing a super success. I've just seen recent numbers. It's a food service distribution company here in France, super powerful. And you can see the 3rd column, which is everything around digital. And there is an accelerator, but there's more, and I will explain to you what that is all about. What is our aim here? And last but not least, we are growing very fast in digital in our B2C business. Actually, we have the fastest growing digital marketplace in Germany with Real Digital. We carry 10 million SKUs with 5,000 partners, and we're growing the GMV roughly by 150 to 200% while we speak. But the real reason why we are here is not the existing business, which is sizable, 37 billion in sales and all of this. The reason why we are here is we are convinced that we can do more for our business customers. That we can do more means that we always try to get the more understanding what is the business of our customers looking like. Where are they succeeding? Where are they suffering? How can we help? And that means that we need to seriously be interested and caring for those customers. And of course, such a conversation doesn't happen at the first dialogue, at the first meeting. It takes a while to build those relationships, which are the key, which are the soul of our business. And Metro France has been always on that route. If I may say, Metro France has been the inspiring benchmark for the rest of the group, because you have been so successful in doing this in the years before. We also know that we make customers really understand what we do when we surprise them by going the extra mile, by making a product offer they would not expect, by helping out on a problem which they would not expect. And it's the same like in your private life. If you give something first without asking something in return, something happens that stays here, not just here. And that's why we are so, I would say, emotionalized and convinced that this strategy is absolutely key for the future of Metro. We also learned that this goes beyond our traditional business. It goes much more into sharing wisdom and actually to provide solutions, and that will be the bridge to digital. And last but not least, we know, and this is true across 25 Metro and Makro countries and our food service distribution business, when we see our customers win, that's when we actually make more money, because we get more turnover and we get better profitability. As I mentioned before, we have moved from the left to the right. We are better and better in making tailor-made offers to our customers. Solutions that actually are ideal for serving the customer's need in the kitchen, in the baker store, in the small grocer store. And as you can see, we have tailor-made assortment meanwhile in every single country. And we are also moving more and more to private label. So to all of you at Metro France, I know you are good at that. I think we can still be much, much better in really offering tailor-made solutions to customers and increasing our private label share, which compared to international standards still is fairly small. The quality of our products needs to be unique. That's why we're sourcing from various international trading offices, and we have a level of freshness like no one else. We are in the business of training. Metro France has been a pioneer in this as well, in educating customers, making them more savvy and more powerful when it comes to serve their customers. The example you see in here at the top is in Istanbul. We opened Gastro on the Metro a bit more than a year ago, and it has become the iconic example of education and hospitality in Turkey. And it's countrywide known, and it's just an illustration of the many, many training facilities we have meanwhile. And as I mentioned before as well, food service delivery is an area for growth for the years to come. Now, all of this is good, and that's the reason why we had 16 consecutive quarters of like-for-like growth. That's great. That's encouraging. 3 years ago, we started to have this conversation, which was, isn't it true that while everything becomes digitized, the world of our customers must change as well? And isn't it true that there should be solutions that could make them more successful? Well, the truth is this. Most of our customers, in many countries we are serving, have this operating system. So this is the ordering tool, this is the table reservation, and this is the processing tool in the kitchen. The operating system is paper and a pen. And most often analytics are here, in the gut. So the question was 3 years ago, is it possible that there are no solutions? And that is the reason why nobody's using technology. Well, we looked into all of these things, and as you can see meanwhile in this example of the accelerator and the accelerators before, there are plenty of tools. The most obvious was table reservation, but it goes through the electronic point of sale, up to HR management, stock and inventory management. All of these things are possible in a space which is very, very attractive business-wise. So when we talk about hospitality, and we talk hospitality of small and medium-sized businesses, it's worthwhile to share with you how big it is. We're talking about 1.8 million customers in Europe, 1.8 million. That's a wonderful crowd of people. They generate 420 billion in sales, 420. It's one of the largest industries on this continent, and it's hardly using technology. Why is that? Well, to cut it short, first of all, technology was too expensive. 10 years ago, you had to invest thousands of euros to install infrastructure hardware. Software also was very expensive. You had to install a software from a large vendor for many thousands of euros. So today that changed. Your smartphone is more powerful than a bunch of PCs in the basement 10 years ago. Software has become available through the cloud as a service. And digital penetration is almost 100%. All of our customers have a smartphone. Now, the question still is, why is it so difficult to activate that? Well, I'll come back to that in a minute. First of all, what is METRO doing? You're well aware about the accelerator, and we're doing this now since 2015. To the very left on the chart, you see that we are also investing in more mature companies. So companies that are already established. For example, Ordercube, which is an electronic point of sale, or you can see Shaw, which is also offering similar solutions. And our latest acquisition or investment is Your Wallet, which is a loyalty tool for customers. But much more important than the investment arm is what you see on the right, and that is support. And Benoît already mentioned that METRO France has collaborated extremely well with Horeca Digital to roll out Hydra, which is the online visibility tool for our customers. This, to the right, is the most important to actually make our customers more successful with digital tools. I'll give you a few examples of those tools and why they provide value. By the way, this is one which has participated in the second accelerator last year. Jens, when we got introduced to this one, you were convinced at the very beginning. I thought that's the stupidest idea I've ever seen. I thought it's so boring, I cannot imagine that it generates value. Because what it does, it is an HR management tool. So I wondered, when you come to a customer of ours and you say, hey, I have a digital HR management tool, the customer would say, so what? The truth is, shift planning, the whole admin for paying payroll, declaring social insurance, and all of these things is super cumbersome. Our customers in Germany, for example, take up to 3 days a month to do the whole paperwork. Now, this gentleman who came to us said, I'm a son of a restaurateur. I know my dad is suffering from this every month. And I have a solution where you just give me the data and I'm going to do it for you. And I'm going to reduce the whole administration and I'm going to free up many hours that he can use for something else. It is one of the highest conversions we have. When we introduce customers to this tool, that's one they get immediately. Another one, which is more for the advanced customer, is a good example on how we will invest in the future. This is a tool that has been developed by restaurateurs. I think Frederick Schumacher is also here somewhere. I've seen him before, I thought. No? Okay, he's in Lausanne. So Frederick, together with a couple of restaurateurs, developed a tool which uses the data. And I come back to the point of why is data so relevant for us when we go into the future of METRO as solution partner. When you use an electronic point of sales like Orderbird, I mentioned it before, or Tiller or what have you, you have the benefit that in the evening, all the data is in the system. That in itself already is great because you see the number of visits, you see the turnover, and many of our customers say, this is super cool because now I can leave my business and I'm always aware what's going on. Here we go one step further. We take the data and we show you which are the best-selling products. We show you how is turnover against previous year. We show you where you've been out of stock. We show you the productivity of tables, how much rotation at which area of the place. And you as an owner of a restaurant can use the data and improve it on a day-by-day basis. And we as METRO are the helping hand to help you to see what the data can turn in value. If you have done this, the next step of digitization will be the digitization of your menu. What does that mean, digitization of the menu? Well, line item by line item, you do the math of the contribution margin. So what is the raw material input and what's the selling price? And all of a sudden, you can see what you are earning per day so that we can show you how your break-even develops during the month. Sounds like rocket science? It's the simplest thing in life, in business life, because this has been done by the chained food companies since more than 10 years, since more than 20 years. And we're going to invest into this much more. While I'm saying this, I'm fully aware about the fact that our customers still need to be convinced quite often. So if we come to a new customer in regard of digital, it's not like I would say, oh, Benoît, come on, mon cher Benoît, I have all these tools and use them, and they are all happy and they start to use a lot of them. No, there's skepticism, because our customers are super emotional and passionate business people, but not very often they have seen utilization of technology to their advantage. In fact, when they have table reservation, they pay quite some money. And when they have other tools, they also pay quite some money. So there's lots of skepticism. We have done now pilots, as you can see, in Berlin, Paris, Vienna, and Milano, and we are about to set up our pilot in Barcelona. And in this case, it's always the METRO team that comes to the new customer and makes the entree. And this is the way for technology to be introduced because of the trusted relationship which we have, like no one else, because we have that in the various countries. The performance improvement I now share with you is an example of what happens with customers when they use technology. We see an uplift of 10% in sales, total sales in a business across those 5 locations. This is strongly supported by an increase of the invoice of the ticket of up to 40%. We see a reduction of cost of goods sold, variable cost of up to 10%. We see 15% reduction in food waste because people start to replenish more accurately, which is good for the business and it's good for the environment. The less we throw away, we all know that, the better it is for our environment. And last but not least, 30% time saving. Now I share with you an anecdote. There's a customer of ours in Berlin, and she's a magnificent person. She's so emotionally in her business, but she happened to become a restaurateur almost without noticing. She's an actress. She was performing in a totally different industry, and she turned into a restaurateur. She created a restaurant in Berlin, which is called the Schwarze Heidi, the Black Heidi. Black Heidi. She's from Switzerland. She speaks perfect Swiss Deutsch, but from origin, she's from Ghana. And that's why she called the place the Black Heidi. Magnificent food, super tasty, super service, super gentle, business a catastrophe. She started to use these tools and improved economics, step by step by step, in a magnificent way. And then she called me a month ago, and she said, hey, you need to come to Berlin. And I said, why? I'm opening a second place. And you know why she could do that? Because first of all, she's making money, and secondly, she spends 30% less time. So she could invest her time to do more business. And that's exactly what we are striving for, to make our customers more successful, like in this example. Now, we as a company, and I clearly said that to us internally, because it's an obligation as Metro, as much as I say to everybody externally, we are turning ourselves into one of the most powerful platforms for introduction of new solutions. Because what I show you now with numbers in a certain way is unique. Yes, we are one company. We have 751 stores in 25 countries. So far, so good. I told you that before. What I didn't tell you is we have 20 million customers. Actually, we're moving towards 21 million business customers, every one of them holding a Metro card and therefore being in direct relationship with us. Now, you take an average and multiply on how many consumers do we see through the eyes of our customers. And we just took the liberty to scale it up, which means 1 billion consumers potentially. Why is that relevant? Because we can build bridges. We can open access to a market which was not digitized because of the fragmentation. That's the missing part of the question. Why didn't it happen before? 1.8 million doors, and you want to introduce technology? Good luck. 1.8 million doors no one will invest in. No tech company, no venture capitalist. Because customer acquisition cost can be a couple of €1,000 per customer. Customer acquisition cost being the cost to activate a customer to use technology. Our customer acquisition cost should be a fragment. And the best example on how that works is Metro France. We started to make a tool available, which is a website, a digital visibility tool that makes you visible on the internet and in social media in a very modern and attractive way. And we do this for you without asking for money. We do this for you to invite you to become a member of the digital community. We started to do this a few weeks ago. And as Benoît said, we are above 3,500. I just learned we are close to 4,000 members of this digital community. Across all countries, and we have done it very silently, we are already above 12,000. And you can imagine that a customer who's part of that community is much more open to be approached for other tools. And that's how we want to build a community to serve our customers and to make them better to serve their end consumers. So there's much more to come. We have a number of tools still in our pockets, which are being finalized while we speak, which will be released in the coming weeks and months. And I don't want to bore you too much, because now you are curious on what the startups will tell you, what the companies will tell you. And in a certain way, it's kind of the pre-birthday party for the birthday party, which will happen in a week. Now, today, I must say, there is one birthday, and I would like to say, Andreas, happy birthday. May I ask you to sing with me, happy birthday to Andreas Wuerfel?
I don't think so. No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andreas. Happy birthday to you.
There's no business like show business. Thank you very much.
So the truth is we are doing all of this today for him. It's clear, huh? Which is then my bridge to the two gentlemen. So I would ask Jens, Managing Director of the Techstars Accelerator Program for Hospitality, and Andreas, Horeca Digital, to come on stage. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Olaf. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It's great to see so many of you here. I'm Jens Lapinski. I'm the Managing Director of the METRO Accelerator. And I'm being joined by Andreas Wuerfel, whom we're very glad to have today because it's his birthday. But he is not here for that. He is here for something else.
So I want to just quickly... you have to probably... I'm back on, okay. Just want to quickly put some added perspective on, or added elements to what Olaf was saying as a segue into what will really be coming from Jens. Olaf was speaking about community, the community of customers and the importance of economic success. There's really a second community that is coming in, and that is the startup community. Those are the innovators that are coming in and working with us, working with Techstars as a community to hopefully certainly build the best digital solutions for our customers, for you and others around Metro. What I'm seeing from the digital ecosystem participation in Europe and the United States, cities like Paris, Berlin, Tel Aviv, New York, Los Angeles, is there is no program such as this one anywhere around the world. This is a truly unique program that builds a very unique community of founders and mentors, investors, influencers, everyone who is important to helping our founders that participate in this program to be successful. And so that community is something that we've been able to build jointly with Techstars and through Techstars' help, really to help our customers succeed. What that does really is it creates an R&D, a research and development lab that this industry typically never had. Other industries spend a lot of time, a lot of money and time on research and development. That is typically not what retail or wholesale has done. This program is literally research and development for us. It's bringing outside innovation into the system and is letting us engage with innovators to build the best solutions that we can possibly find. And because it's the only program around the world that does this, we are very confident that we are attracting the best startups in this field. And that gives us the confidence that what we're developing here jointly with Techstars is truly a meaningful endeavor. In fact, when I started with this company, I went into meetings. I'm not traditionally from retail. I went into meetings and they were referring to entrepreneurs. And I'm coming from a tech background and I kept thinking in the context of that conversation, entrepreneurs made no sense to me until I realized in the hospitality industry, you do refer to entrepreneurs as restaurateurs, right? As a certain segment of restaurateurs. And I realized the similarity really that you have between hospitality tech startups and you and folks that are in the business. It is essentially a business that is at times high risk. It is at times about building community, and it's about working with others to come to success. So I like the fact that there is a term that we're using really on both sides of the spectrum. So with that, I want to hand over to Jens, who is running a current program. Techstars has been a formidable partner for us, both on the hospitality side. We're also running a retail technology program in addition to this particular one. And it gives us the confidence that we're really bringing in the best technology and solutions that we can find out in the marketplace ready for our customers. Jens?
Thanks. So what we do is we invest in 10 startups. We bring them into our offices in Berlin. They spend 3 months with us. During those 3 months, we have over 200 people who come in and spend time with the entrepreneurs and help them get improve their business, think about their go-to-market strategy, their value proposition, their product, how they're going to capitalize their company, and so forth. And what we want to do now is show you those companies. Okay, here they come. Thank you.
Calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down.
Hi there. Very loud. Hi there. I'm Ben Stephenson. I'm the founder and CEO of Impala. Impala is the API for hotel data. So we connect software companies and hotel software systems. And the reason that we do that is because right now, doing it without us is incredibly painful. Why? Well, the total number of hotel software systems on the market that a software company has to connect to right now is a lot. It's genuinely thousands. And building each of those connections costs up to 25,000 euros and takes roughly 18 months. Until now, someone whistled, absolutely. Until now. See, with Impala, you connect to our API, and we reduce the number of different connections a software company has to build to one, us. We do all the hard work. We connect in advance to all those major systems and provide one single, easy-to-use API. Now, this is not the first industry where this has happened. In fact, we see it time and time again, the same pattern in every single industry. First, we talk about cloud services. They come along and make everyone's life better. But then one company comes and they connect it all together. What happens next? Well, that company becomes extremely valuable. I'll show you how we're doing that for hotels. So like Stripe or SendGrid, some things you may have heard of, this is a coding tool for software engineers. And I imagine there are a few people in the audience that don't have a computer science background. Just a few maybe. Let me show you then what it looks like when we show our product to a software developer. They love it. Let's talk about some of our customers. You see, we started building this, we launched the product about a month ago, and already we have waitlisted 13 companies. I know there's only 10 there. We just can't keep up with them signing up on the slide. 13 companies, and each one of them to us is worth about 150,000 euros across the company's lifetime use of our product. And they love it, which is incredible. Let's talk about Oki. Oki is a great app. What they basically do is they let hotels sell their product. The hotels sell more expensive rooms to their guests. The problem they have is they can't actually sell their product to all the hotels that want it. Genuinely, they have potential customers that they can't sell to because they can't build these connections. But now with Impala, they can sell their product to anyone that we connect them with. And of course, they love that. But Mr. Koch, wherever you are, how do we turn that love into money? Well, basically, it's fairly simple. We charge each software company a set fee per month per hotel, depending on the size of the hotel. That's a great model for them because it mimics how they charge their customers per room per month. And it's great for us because we're effectively building in a percentage cost for the entire market. A market that's worth 37 billion euros, it's increasing 7% year on year. And like Stripe, like those payment processing people, like those payment processing companies, the solution that wins and connects this market is going to take a significant percentage of that. So who's doing this right now? No one. It's just us. And there's a good reason for that. Until relatively recently, you couldn't actually build this product. Not enough of those hotel systems were cloud-based. Now though they are, and we're the ones building it. Who are we? Well, this is our core team. My background is as a software engineer. I've built and led teams building API-driven products before, most recently in the travel space. My co-founder, Charlie, his background's in travel brand consultancy. My ops director, Phil, he has an entire career in hospitality. And our sales director, Casper, well, Casper has the one thing that you need to sell anything in the UK, and that is a bloody great golf swing. And so before we came into this program, we raised 500,000 euros. And we did that, with that, we did this. We hired 3 more software engineers. Why just software engineers? Well, it's because this is actually a really interesting problem that we've got here, which is that customers aren't an issue. The market's crying out for something like this. And in fact, pricing isn't an issue. They're already spending orders of magnitude more to achieve worse results. The only question is who's going to build these integrations quick enough and take the entire thing. So that's what we're doing. When we go to Munich in a week's time, we're going to be raising any amount of money. There's several different amounts we can raise, and with that money, we'll do the same thing. Hire more engineers and take the market first. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi everyone. I'm Marcelino, CTO and one of the founders of GuestU. There are 20 million hotel rooms worldwide, and our vision is to deploy our smartphone into each of these rooms so that guests can sorry. So that guests can be digitally connected with the hotel and the local ecosystem of services available in each city. We believe smartphones will become as common in hotel rooms as Wi-Fi or TV. So we are all addicted to smartphones. Look at these numbers. We all use our smartphones a lot. We all have our own set of apps. But when we travel, it gets a bit clunky. Apps are different in each city. I can use Uber in Paris, but if I go to Berlin, I'll need to use my taxi. If I go to Madrid, I need Cabify. And when we travel for a few days, we don't want to install another set of apps. We don't want to create new accounts. So, what if hotels, instead of providing a landline phone, they provide you a GuestU phone, a free-to-use smartphone preloaded with curated local apps and personalized recommendations. Do you know what? Guests love it. Guests love it. They pick up the device, 50% of guests pick up the device and use it for 72 minutes a day. And we are now live in 28 hotels, and these metrics are stable for months, even after roaming termination. You may be thinking, why a device? Well, the device allows us to have 10 times more engagement than hotel apps. So basically, guests pick up the device, and they use for city tips, they use the apps that we provide, they use the devices inside the hotel, but mostly they use the devices outside the hotel. They use the devices everywhere. And we have amazing data that shows that. So as far for hotels, they also love it. Because unlike other solutions, we allow them to have their own branding. We allow them to have their own contents. Online reviews do improve a lot, and they are generating additional revenues from transactions. And we, at GuestU, we also love it, basically because it allows us to make money. And we make money in 3 ways. First, subscriptions from hotels. Second, advertising. Burberry and Cartier are just 2 of our customers. And third, commissions from transactions. Actually, we have a shared revenue model with hotels. It's win-win. Our team combines experience in management, software, tourism, and startups. Euclides, our CEO, which is not here today because he had a family emergency, he built one of the largest tour operators in Portugal, Last year, they transported over 100,000 people. Myself, this is my second startup. I have almost 20 years of building software and building software teams. João is also an engineer, and this is also his second startup. Manuel was a former country manager at Living Social. And we have 10 another people at the office. So we are now live in 1,000 rooms with monthly revenues of 24K. We equipped 28 hotels, including 2 major hotel chains in Europe, Pestana and Iberostar. So we started in Portugal, now we want to expand globally. For that, we are now raising a new round, from which we have already committed 300K from investors outside Portugal. One of these investors is Telefónica. Again, my name is Marcelino. It would be a pleasure to talk with you later. Sorry. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaime. I'm the CEO of PickaDeli. My co-founder and I knows more than anyone else about food tech in Spain. We have built 4 companies and we sold 3 of them. One of it, we sold it to GuestU. GuestU plays in online food delivery, a market of 36 billion euros. That market has created 5 unicorns. But you know what's even bigger? Pickup. Yeah. Pickup is 210 billion euros. That is 6 times bigger than delivery. And there's no unicorns yet. I say yet because we're changing this. Do you know that actually food delivery is all about dinner? Yeah. 80% of the orders are just on dinner time. Pickup is all about lunch. Pickup is perfect for lunch. This is not a fantasy. This is a reality, and it's called PickaDeli. In PickaDeli, we're changing the way lunch works. And this is how we do it. First, all the meals cost exactly the same price. All those meals are made by restaurants who are 5 minutes walking distance from your office. And with that 2 clicks, you can select the meal you want to pick up and the time you want to do the pickup. With this, you will avoid wasting your time in lines. That's it. All done. Simple. Try to do something similar with delivery. I want also to share with you some metrics. Actually, some real amazing metrics. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. Really. Thanks. Actually, the margins, 35% in food tech industry, incredible. That real word called ARPU, average revenue per user on a monthly basis, is also way better than delivery. But the metric that is freaking me out totally is the repeat rate. I mean, 38%. That's 5 times better than delivery. I need my glasses. Remember, delivery has made 5 unicorns. Imagine how big Pickup will be. But hang on, gets better. I want also to share with you our evolution in the last months. I mean, our fast evolution in the last months. We have been able to reach 1,600 meals sold. We have been able also to get until almost 10K in terms of monthly revenue, going down the customer acquisition cost over the months. But the more important fact is that this growth is totally organic. Means all this growth has been just in one single small area of the city of Madrid. Now, this is the rocket ship we have been waiting for all of our lives. When I meant we, I meant my co-founder, Pedro, and I. This is the 3rd startup we sold. Sorry, we sold 3 startups before, but this is really the big one. For this, we're raising a seed round where we have already committed 1/3 coming from European investors. As I said before, Delivery has made 5 unicorns, and pickup is 6 times bigger. So I'm sure you don't want to miss this one. In case you're interested, let's pick up some lunch. Thanks for coming.
Hi guys, I'm Igor, co-founder and CEO of Ordercube, and today I want you to experience the restaurant world's most common problem. This right now were roughly 10 seconds of waiting. Now, how did that make you feel? Awkward? Strange? Uncomfortable? A psychological issue. As long as you wait for something to happen and it does not, time passes much slower and it feels tense. And when you're hungry, it feels even more tense. And this is exactly what restaurant guests experience day by day worldwide when they're trying to catch a waiter's attention. So we invented the world's most direct and simple way to call a waiter, the Ordercube. And this is how it works. When a guest is willing to be served, all he has to do is simply tap call. This will make the Ordercube change its color. By that, the guest will realize that the waiter is informed, and the waiter will realize how long guests have been waiting already. And all of that is also displayed on the Ordercube app to grant the maximal possible overview for the waiter, and especially for the restaurant owner, in case he's not in place. You see, it's so simple to use. It can be easily integrated in any restaurant, and everybody will understand it right away. Guests love it because they have to wait 80% less time for the waiter's attention, and this will make them happy. And waiters love it because happy guests give more tip. And restaurant owners buy it because the Ordercube helps them to turn tables faster. By turning tables faster and happier guests ordering more, we increase their revenue. In the past 4 months, we sold a total of 2,000 Ordercubes to 40 restaurants, and we achieved all of that with just one salesman. And now, METRO is our partner, and with them, a lot of salesmen. And believe me, they love to sell the Ordercube because it's basically self-explaining. It's an amazing partnership, right? Just as amazing as this one, Daniel and I have been best friends for the past 20 years and sold our first startup at the age of 18. In the past 10 years, we have been operating businesses together, always being complementary. Daniel's in finance and sales, and I'm in product and marketing, and together we established a team of experts in a total combining over a century of expertise in software and hardware development. And last year, we decided to use that expertise to achieve something no one has ever achieved before. The Ordercube is worldwide the first B2B product ever funded on Kickstarter. Thank you. So obviously this was our proof of concept. Also in terms of our business model, we charge 70 euros per cube once and 12 euro per cube in addition for support and maintenance annually. And there is one revenue stream I have not even introduced yet. We are able to sell a game-changing new metric, the average waiting time. Basically, we can put a number to service quality, and we can provide that in real time. So imagine having a service quality indicator next to a TripAdvisor rating in the future. So our vision, simple gadgets for smart gastronomy. We enable smart restaurateurs by establishing KPIs gathered by our simple gadgets. Thank you for your attention.
Bonjour tout le monde. My name is Gregory Castelli and I am the founder of SOMM'IT, based in Bordeaux, France. What do we do at SOMM'IT? We digitize the management of beverages in restaurants. A couple of years ago, I was a partner in an innovation strategy consultancy. I sold my shares and I gave myself a present, a wine world tour. I visited 26 countries. I tasted 5,000 wines. It was an amazing present. But whenever I went to restaurants, I realized that no waiters were ever trying to sell me wine. They were just plonking down a paper catalog of names on the table. And you know what happens? It makes it incredibly difficult for customers to choose their drinks well. This is what happens, really.
Any wine tonight? We'll have your second cheapest wine. Very good, sir.
Second cheapest wine.
Second cheapest wine is what you get. 50% of you guys. Now, today, wine makes 80% of the profits of a restaurant. And with the second cheapest wine thing, you can imagine how much money is left under the table. This is ridiculous. So at SOMM'IT, we helped restaurants fix this problem and make a lot more money. Here is how we do it. This is a platform of software that allows restaurant owners to simplify the management of beverages. We categorized over 50,000 wines, 5,000 beers, and 3,000 spirits. This allows to generate smart wine lists. So what is a smart wine list? First, it recommends a drink for every specific dish on the menu. This makes it incredibly easy for customers to choose their drink well. Second, we will explain to customers what they will drink. We share stories with them, as a sommelier does. Third, we make it easy for restaurant owners to fix a price on the drink which are on the menu. Fourth, we make it also really easy for restaurant owners to purchase and refill their stocks as we connect them with their suppliers. Fifth, for a chain of restaurants, if you're a sommelier or if you're a restaurant owner, you can have access to all your stocks with only one account. I can tell you this is really a breakthrough for restaurant owners. No one has ever done it before. What we see are amazing results. First, we can uplift sales by 20% minimum. Second, for a regular restaurant, we can save him up to first of all, sorry, we can double the profitability if they're a regular restaurant. Third, if you're a sommelier or restaurant owner, we can save you up to one entire day of work per week. We already onboarded, this is the first fully automated sommelier solution in the world, including purchasing, inventory management, and sommelier recommendation. And it costs just 100 euros per month. We already onboarded more than 100 customers, 3 stars Michelin. I'm even training Jean-François Piège tomorrow, who is the top chef head of jury. Famous places like La Cité du Vin. We are already talking with the greatest of the great to install our platform into their systems. This has the potential to be present in every restaurant that cares about beverages in the world. And I can tell you that see the results, the others will care soon. Because this is a huge market, $500 billion. This is as huge as the hotel industry alone. 30% of the value goes to middlemen. When SOMM'IT will equip sufficient number of restaurants in France, in Europe, or in the world, we will be the middleman. We will cut the value that goes to existing intermediation and take a fair percentage of that cut. This is my team to achieve this vision. Jérôme, our CMO, he worked for Diageo, Rémy Cointreau, and Cdiscount. Antoine, our head of sales, he launched Groupon in France and City Deals. Fabien, our COO, comes from the only publicly listed tech company in Bordeaux. Bertrand, our head of data, is a world-touring metal player, but he's also a head of data for the music industry. He worked with Apple, Spotify, and Deezer. Jean-Baptiste worked during 10 years in software development. And we even added to make the perfect blend, Gérard, the guy with a mustache, who is the most recognized sommelier of the world. He's master sommelier, master of wine, best sommelier of the world 2010. So we will raise a 5 million Series A round within 6 months, and I will be very delighted to talk to you about that. My name is Gregory Castelli. I thank you a lot for your careful attention. This is SOMM'IT, and we are digitizing the beverage industry.
Hello everyone, I'm Yannick, CEO of Nabl. The last company I built up and sold was a web agency. We created 5,000 websites for restaurants, hotels, and shops. And we were very successful because websites are a great tool in general. But it is not what drives people into restaurants anymore. It is now the era of online reviews. How do you choose between restaurant A and restaurant B? You look at the reviews. It is the most powerful marketing tool a restaurant can have. And my previous clients, they look at it as a threat. So we decided it was time to change that. And we created a powerful tool that turns online reviews from threat to moneymaker. So how do we do that? We put tablets into restaurants, small tablets, big tablets. The clients can give a 1 to 5-star review. Then he can rate the food, the service, the atmosphere of the restaurant. This can be personalized. The next step is to put the telephone number, and we send this person a text message with a link inside. And our algorithm decides on which website the commented review should go on, TripAdvisor, Google, or Nabl. We have a special partnership with TripAdvisor and Google to seamlessly collect reviews. So you see, by doing that, we take out the power from a few angry people and we put it back into the hands of the 99% of people who actually are very happy but never gave an online review before. And by doing this, we also collect a lot of telephone numbers that we will use as a second revenue stream in the future. The results we have are amazing. A restaurant that collected 5 reviews a month can now collect 100. When you collect 100 reviews every month, you increase your ranking on TripAdvisor and Google. Increasing your ranking makes you more visible. And you know, well, if you're more visible, you have more customers, and you make more money. We started selling in February this year. We now have 300 clients, and we collected more than 100,000 reviews. And you must be wondering, what is the potential of this market? Let's have a look at a similar one. Trustpilot. Trustpilot is a unicorn. They collected 21 million reviews in 10 years of operation. And they focus on e-commerce websites. We focus on shops. And if we continue growing at the same rate, we will reach those 21 million reviews in a shorter period of time. To achieve this growth, we have our internal sales team, and we also have a partnership with METRO, which is going great. It can bring us 1 million reviews a year in France alone. 1 million a year. And METRO is in 25 countries. To get this market share as quickly as possible, collect as many reviews as we can in a short period of time, we actually picked up the lowest price we could. Our clients pay us 39 euros a month, plus a setup fee, and we also charge for text message campaigns. Our clients love it. King Marcel, it's a burger chain. You can't open a restaurant without Nabl. Ecomiam did a press release 2 weeks after they started using us because they were so satisfied with the results. This team wants to build a business that collects more reviews than any other one before. Actually, most of them are here today. You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you on a daily basis. Kevin and David are 2 CTOs. They've been working together for 10 years. Remy has been selling for 15 years. And Paul, customer success manager, he knows how to make people happy. And myself, Yannick, I've been an entrepreneur pretty much all my life. My previous company was doing 3 million euros turnover, and this time I want to go big. So you get the picture. Restaurant is just one of our targets. We want to be everywhere, supermarkets, hairdressers. For a simple reason, it's because we can. We actually put a tablet in this venue for you to leave a review about this event. I'm Yannick. I'm CEO of Nabl. We raised 800,000 euros earlier this year to make this company a success. We're not raising right now, but we will do our Series A in 2018. This is Nabl. Thank you for listening.
Good afternoon. My name is Anastasia, and I'm the co-founder of KITRO. So we all know food waste is a problem. In fact, 1/3 of all the food produced is wasted along the global supply chain. Do you know how much that's worth? Let me tell you, it's more than $1 trillion US. That is a lot of money that just ends in the bin every year. So we looked at the hospitality industry and quickly found what the problem was. Restaurants have no efficient way to measure food waste. So they have their POS systems to measure their sales, or CRM systems to track their customers. But how do they measure food waste? Well, existing solutions are extremely time-intensive and require a lot of manual entry from the staff side. And this is why we have created the world's first fully automated system designed to measure and monitor food waste in restaurants. And here's how it works. So we place a scale below the bin and mount this device above it, and we're able to capture the time, the image, and the weight. This data collected is then sent to the software, where with image processing and machine learning algorithms, we're able to identify what exactly is being thrown away. And for the first time ever, we can accurately and consistently measure and quantify food waste. So we provide users with reports outlining how much they throw away, at what time, and the cost connected to it. And by showing them exactly during which of those sources their key problem areas lie, restaurant owners and chefs are enabled to optimize their work practices in order to reduce food waste. And mitigating food waste has actually a financial benefit to them, because they can reduce their food costs by up to 8%. And let's keep in mind that we're talking about a low profit margin industry here, where everything counts. So ultimately, reducing their food waste increases their profit margins, and they have a great story they can share with their customers. Since we started in February this year, we've been able to already create a first prototype, test it in the market, incorporate the company, the second prototype, and since November, we're actually testing the third prototype that you see here in 3 different locations, in the METRO Hotel in Berlin, in Einstein in Switzerland, and another Weissel Arena Group in Switzerland. And here are some more customers who are excited to start piloting with us at the beginning of next year. So we're targeting mainly big supermarket chains, restaurants, and hotel groups. For example, Koch is the 2nd largest supermarket chain in Switzerland, because with their high food waste volumes, they actually see greater cost savings and thus benefit more. But how do we make money? We're charging a monthly subscription fee, which includes installation, the hardware, 1 device, reporting and analysis, as well as maintenance. This subscription fee starts at 250 euros a month per device, and is based on the annual food cost of the outlet, as well as the number of devices that they need. So with our product, we really connect hospitality with tech, and here's the team that can make it happen. Our CTO, Elliot, he has a PhD in computer vision, and he is very experienced in the latest image recognition technologies. Naomi and myself, we have graduated from the number one ranked hospitality school in the world, based in Lausanne, and have a huge network in the industry. Additionally, this hospitality and business background gives us really the advantage to understand the customer's needs and also understand the operational aspects of running a restaurant. Furthermore, we partnered with Axon, a Swiss-based company, who is supporting us on the hardware development side. So our next steps with KITRO are really to focus on those pilots and to develop the product together with the customer's feedback. And in order to do so, we're now raising a seed round. So we're a Swiss company, and we have quite some local investors who are interested in some grants lined up. So in case you're curious about this market opportunity, I'm happy to chat with you later. Thank you.
There's only one drink that I'll drink, that's mojito. My mojito, my mojito. There's only one drink that I'll drink, that's mojito.
Hello everybody, I am Morgan Fellous, the CEO and co-founder of BlendBow. Today I'm going to talk to you about cocktails, because I know you love cocktails. Everybody loves cocktails, especially bar and restaurant owners. because cocktails are the highest profit item margin you can find in a bar. You know how much you used to pay for a cocktail, between 8 to 15 euros, but you don't know how much it costs. It costs an average of €1, which means over 90% profit margin. It's huge. It's the highest item profit margin. But to keep this margin, there is few problems with cocktails. First, to serve a very good cocktail, restaurant and bar owners must hire an excellent bartender. This guy costs up to €5,000 per month. Second, cocktail takes up to 3 minutes to prepare, which means that if you have 5 cocktails to make, it's 15 minutes. It's a lot. And third, cocktails are never consistent. You can have a very good one and 5 minutes later, a very bad one, made by the same bartender. So, to solve all this problem and to keep their margin, at BlendBow, we developed, during 4 years of research and development, the BarMate. The BarMate is the first cocktail machine of the world that can make any cocktail in less than 1 minute. And even bartenders admit that the cocktail tastes very good. I'd like to show you how we can make, in just a few seconds, an excellent mojito, which is one of the hardest to make. So you just select the cocktail on the screen, put a glass, and the BarMate does everything. It can cut the limes, measure sugar and mint, smash them, crush the ice, and of course, calculate in milliliter alcohol and juice. And we can make any cocktail, any recipes with the BarMate. The BarMate is delivered with 150 excellent recipes made by professional bartenders. Our customers can change them, manage them, and of course create their own cocktails if they want. The BarMate is connected over internet. Most of our maintenance is done remotely. And we know exactly which ingredients are sold by our customers, which could make a lot of sense for distributors, like METRO, for example. Okay, how do we win money? What is our business model? We sell the BarMate for €20,000 with a profit margin of 45%. But our customers do not pay €20,000. They pay to our factoring and leasing partner €500 per month, which is 10 times cheaper than a bartender. We had this idea with my co-founder, David, 6 years ago after we sold our first company, because we know automation is changing all the industry. It's changing basically all the world. Remember, a few years ago, you used to see people washing dishes. This job doesn't exist anymore. And it's €1.5 billion of sales every year for professional dishwasher manufacturer. Same with coffee. Baristas make excellent coffee. But now as a restaurant owner, you have the choice, and you can have an automated coffee machine. And it's €2.5 billion of sales every year. So where are we now? We are a team of 16 people, split into 3 departments: sales and marketing that I manage, research and development that my co-founder manage, and production that Philippe, who has 35 years of experience in the industry, is managing. We started to sell our first customers. We started to deliver our first customers 6 months ago. In 6 months, it is €600,000 of sales. But it's growing. Last month, just November, €120,000 of sales. And it is just the beginning. We started a METRO pilot distribution 3 weeks ago. I want to thank you to Olaf, Benoît, Pascal, and Frank, and all the METRO staff to give us this opportunity. Basically, we just put a BarMate inside METRO stores. We just test it for now only in 2 stores. Usually, we have a lead to market about 3 months, but we already signed the first orders. It's already done. And what I can tell you now with the traction we have in the stores is we could make, if we keep this traction, METRO customers love it. So if we keep this traction, we could make €1 million of turnover per store. METRO have 750 stores. We are fundraising now. We are raising €1.5 million. Half of this is already been committed, but if you want to take the rest, I will be very happy to talk with you after the pitch. Thank you very much.
Bonsoir Paris! Hi everybody, hang on, this is the last one. My name is Marc. I'm CEO and co-founder of Cuddl'Up. We have created the unique software solution for restaurants that make them 30% more money every day. I love food. I really love food. So much that once I was on the world-leading TV show called MasterChef. But you know, I had no time to show up on TV. Because my co-founder and I, we were traveling the world for SAP, one of the largest software organizations, delivering all these projects in all these countries. So we know exactly what we are doing with software, but I had no time for TV. No time for TV, but a lot of time in restaurants, everywhere. And everywhere we faced the same problem. Waiters don't know how to sell, and they don't want to. It's crazy because there's a huge opportunity to maximize what diners are spending in restaurants. So we were sitting in restaurants and we thought, what if we can maximize what guests are spending in restaurants every day? And what if we can do this better than any waiter ever can? And guess what? We did it. We have created our platform, AI and software. We put that in restaurants. Every diner gets a tablet, and the AI pushes the right product at the right moment. Then we guide the diners through the experience. What about a healthy ratatouille with your Côte de Bœuf? That's a cross-sell. Then we all know that a glass of red wine would be perfect with your steak. This is an upsell. And as diners are ordering at the beginning of the meal, we push the dessert immediately. And that's an additional sales. And the results are amazing. Look at that figure. We maximize spending in restaurants in every product category, every day. The result is we increase the average check by 30%. Now come the magic ingredient, our business model. This is our monthly subscription fees for restaurant owner. Yeah, €0. We give them everything. And we get a cut, a performance fees, based on the additional revenue we generate. And do you know how much this is? €1,200 per restaurant per month, an average. Yeah, there is one more zero than what you typically expect to see. And believe me, this zero makes a huge difference to our business model. Nobody ever tried to sell software for free to restaurant owners. And they love it. Thanks to the partnership with METRO, we effectively launched our sales and marketing 1 month ago. And over the last 2 weeks, we acquired 10 new customers. That's close to 1 customer per day over the last 2 weeks. And the pipeline is building out. To achieve that, the first thing was to build an amazing team. And here, all together, we accumulate more than 100 years of experience in software industry and hospitality market. So, I just told you we are building a great, great, great business. But there is one more thing you need to know. The future of software for restaurants will all revolve around OpenAPI. And what we are effectively delivering today to the market with our tabletop solution is this. Yes, Cuddl'Up is already an OpenAPI platform, and we are already shipping this to all of our customers. Obviously, our applications are built on top, so our tabletop ordering solution, and we have already integrated 2 POSs and 1 payment solution. Anything digital can integrate. This is important. We are building a network of apps, such as the fantastic company you have seen today, that we can cross-sell to any restaurants, and we can maximize the spending through these apps. And the natural next step, Olaf, Pascal, Benoît, we will connect them to METRO or any suppliers. We have increased the spending in restaurants by 30%. Just imagine what we can do with predictive purchasing. Next week, we will announce our next fundraising, but for the time being, I'm Marc, CEO of Cuddl'Up, and we'll be more than happy to talk with you after the show. Thank you.
So those were the startups in the METRO Accelerator for Hospitality in 2017. Before I say thank you, I just want to leave you with one final thought. Just the 6 companies that are currently piloting with METRO right now have a sales potential just through the METRO channels of over 1 billion euros every year. That's just 6 companies. Yeah? We're currently graduating via the 2 programs 20 companies a year. And over time, this portfolio of companies is building up. And soon we'll have 50 companies, 70, 100. And the revenue potential using METRO as a partner is actually so significant, not just for the entrepreneurs, but the numbers are so significant, it's actually also significant for METRO. So we are very, very happy about these results. We're very grateful that we have this partnership. Thank you very much. And Benoît and Pascal in particular for hosting us here today. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much also for supporting the pilots in France, which are, all 4 of them are going well. Some of them are going spectacularly well, actually. And also thank you very much to the Horeca Digital team in France that's helping us. That's Francis, it's Finian, and Hafida. Thank you all. And that was it. And we're happy to talk to you after this. Thank you.